Welcome back to Let's Play the Capo 2. Man, I pretty much slept through most of the day. Feel so freaking disoriented that when that kind of happens. So, it's like freaking 9:30, man. I reached out for my alarm clock, grabbed it, and checked the time. Man, it's already this late. Just to get my uniform on and door opened as I was about to get out of bed. Yume, good morning. When I saw Yume enter the room, my heart skipped a few beats. You know, this bird was not chirping at all until now. Always the case. He walked over to me with it and sat down on my bed. No, if I stop to eat that, I won't make it to school on time, and... Oh my god, a genuine glare! I'll have to go back a couple of bars to check where the glare counter left off. Oh, no, I can't, really. Feeling slightly forced, I got back into bed. Now we get this type of CG, I suppose. Yume noisily scooped up a spoonful of the goo and held it out in front of me. I could faintly smell the aroma of rice porridge. Can you make this? No, I just, this can't be good for my stomach. Having cooled it down a bit, she held a spoon up to my mouth. This is... No, I can eat by myself, really. As she said that, she looked like she was having lots of fun. Crap, I guess this is revenge for what happened the other day. But it's just too embarrassing. Wait. That is an awkward looking position of the hand, that is. You know, hands and feet are supposed to be like the most notoriously most pain in the ass thing to draw. And honestly, I agree. Usually when I draw, I have like an image right in front of me. I pretty much just look at the image and draw it from scratch. Not trace it or anything, but draw it from scratch. I'll use kind of examples to kind of get an idea of how I want it to be shaped and things like that. That's how I'm able to draw hands anyway. If I tried to draw a hand without that, it's a lot more difficult. The first time she said that, I opened my mouth and chopped down on the gruel. It's pretty watered down. I'm pretty sure I've heard that before too. But yeah, it's good. Thank you. Even so, thanks a bunch. Never mind that, aren't you running late? School, if you don't get going, you won't make it on time. I'm feeling okay, so... Huh? Sure, that's the reason. Yume? Saying that, she shoved a spoonful of porridge into my mouth. So that reminds me, honestly, I had like a lot of vivid dreams, nightmares while sleeping, and one of them was somewhat in this kind of scenario. Maybe not like being fed or anything like that, but certainly being like in a kind of bed and having to be nursed in some way because it's like, I can barely move. Very odd collection of vivid dreams and nightmares. I hate when that happens because it's really weird. Yume was blushing quite heavily while she did that. Ever since I woke up, I'd been lying in bed thinking. That sounds like me when I wake up. It's like, And I either fall back to sleep because I'm just lying in bed thinking, or I just like, okay, time to get up. What should I do? I mean, I know what I should do. I just need the determination to do it, that's all. And I just feel really pathetic right now. But what if Yume rejects me? Then, come to think of it, maybe I could just let things stay the way they are. No way, absolutely not. I slapped my face a few times trying to snap out of it. Maybe I should just run away and pretend I haven't noticed it yet. But to not notice your own feelings, I can't run away anymore. I sat up in bed. I couldn't tell if my face was really hot or if it just felt that way because of what I was thinking about. I finally made up my mind and left the room. Yume was sitting under the kotetsu in the living room, staring at the TV and looking really bored. Hey! I took a deep breath and called out to Yume. Fine, my fever's already gone. She shooed me off with her hand like I was a dog. I couldn't help but smile when she made that gesture. She sure has no sympathy acting like that towards me. I'll just stay up for a bit. Lying down is making my back hurt. Having said that, I sat down next to Yume. Yume let out a little sigh and then she fell quiet. Huh? Wouldn't you taken a day off school? Why are you wearing your uniform? I guess she was too lazy to put anything else on when she went shopping. Not only was she taking a day off, she's also walking around wearing her uniform at home. And that's nothing. I did my best not to smirk and looked at Yume. Variety show that was on had some reworked reports about the recent mysterious incidents with the host explaining them in a comedic fashion. Hey, Yume? Thanks. Now she's the one saying that. I guess. I let out a little sigh and felt slightly depressed. But there's one small thing I'd like to change. I said it. The words that would break our current relationship. Well, you know, that Yume was looking straight at me. Haven't heard this music since Anzu's around, I think. Yume's pupils were darting back and forth nervously. Hey, your face is red. Do you have a fever? I do have a fever, but... Being honest is a bit embarrassing, but I made the decision that I was going to do this. My heart was beating so fast I could hardly hear myself. I could feel Yume's breath against my face. It might be a little surprising, but... Yume, She interrupted me. She sounded so calm. Yume. It sounded like she was trying to suppress her feelings. So it's kind of a role reversal in a way, or what? However, I wouldn't let it get to me. I'm not imagining it. I love you, you idiot. That's pretty much what she's been saying this whole time without saying it. I fired my emotions at Yume in one big burst. Oh, come on, that's how you would have said if you did. She just kept talking without realizing it. Yume turned bright red when she realized what she had blurted out. Man, you totally spoiled the mood. Well, the bird's been doing that this whole time, really, so I don't know. I almost started laughing. She sounded a bit angry. That's when I thought that I flat out loved everything about her. The glare, the tsundere kind of personality, the always like, I don't know, just always kind of being, well, that just sums it up really, doesn't it? I love you. Not as a little sister, but as a woman. I love you. Please go out with me. That sounded awkward the way I said that. But hey, I haven't really long woke up, that's my excuse. But I don't think it would have mattered anyway. I had clearly stated them. My true feelings. With my own words. Now come to think about it, it's the same case for him. He hasn't really long woke up, has he? Of course, just say it if you don't love me. I can handle it. Yume raised her face. She looked at me, her eyes slightly moist. I put my hand on her cheek. We just looked at each other without moving at all. There was only a breath's distance between us. Yume looked like she was trying to do something. I kissed Yume. Our lips just briefly met. It was a childish kiss. However, my heartbeat was completely out of control. In an instant, my sense just flew out the window. Well, senses, I awkwardly embraced Yume. I could feel her warmth against me. My emotions were overflowing. Our lips touched again. Yume was spacing out with one of her fingers on her lips. She mumbled that. She lowered her head in embarrassment and kept fidgeting with her fingers. That expression of hers just made me want her more. I tried to bring my lips closer to Yume's once again. The doorbell suddenly rang and Yume pulled away from me. Well, at least they didn't, ruin the atmosphere before the kiss. That's usually how it traditionally goes, but they actually did get the kiss first. Yume looked embarrassed and turned away from me, then she ran off to answer the door. I could still feel the soft touch of Yume's lips. Man, who would interrupt at a romantic time like this? Everyone does that. Of all the people in the world. So it's you guys. Well, I kind of expected that. Because like Wataru Tsuganami, they couldn't give two shits. I mean, you don't give two shits about them usually, so why should they care? I just wish they'd had better timing. We enjoy trolling you all the time, Yoshiyuki. You're supposed to go to school every day so we can do that. Yume walked off to the kitchen to make some tea. She's gone back to acting like she usually does. And I sighed slightly at the living room's newfound noisiness. Don't be daft, I felt like I was going to die this morning. Even though they wouldn't admit that they came to visit because they were worried about me, it was pretty nice to have them around. Crash! Yume suddenly knocked over her ketchup. Well, he got it. You're not making it more believable by saying it like that, Yume. Yume was acting really weirdly and started flailing her arms about. Yume, you're too easy to figure out. He says that, but this whole time he's just been like, well, seemingly dense, but it seems he knew about it all along, possibly, but I'm still unsure because he tends to be pretty dense. While saying that, she must have remembered the kissing scene or something because she started blushing. Watching Yume all flusters was fun, but I figured I should jump in at this point. Yeah, we did. I mean, we're dating now. Well, you kissed, but there wasn't any agreement, was there? Isn't it true? Well, maybe she did, but I don't remember her saying, like, giving an actual answer to that. They were going to find out anyway with the way you were acting. And they would have found out soon enough regardless, no point in keeping it a secret. And if we tried to keep it a secret from these guys, they would just have used it as a chance to screw around with us. I looked at the three of them as I said that. How surprising. And she put down her coffee cup and patted Takane's shoulder. She is. Didn't you guys just get here? Don't worry, take it easy for me. Hey, what's with that look? Now is the perfect time to tease you. The three of them got up as they finished saying that. Of course we won't. That's for later in the route. I saw the noisy trio off at the front door, and then I went back to the living room. Man, those guys are way too lively. Happy they came to see how I was doing, but... Yume? I waved my hand in front of her eyes, but she didn't even blink. She just sat there and spaced out, her face completely red. It's no good. And after about 30 minutes, Yume finally managed to recover. 30 minutes? Blip, blip. I took the thermometer out of my mouth and looked at their readouts. 36.5 degrees, huh? I should be able to go to school tomorrow then. I had a feeling that Anzu Nakano was still going to poke fun at me, but... oh well, that's fine. I could put up with some teasing. He's been putting up with it his whole life, probably. After all, I was the one who decided to go out with Yume. Okay then. I set my alarm clock and lie down on my bed.
兄さん、まだ起きてる？
Yume, I was just about to go to sleep.
そっか、ちょうどよかった。入るね。よいしょっと。
Yume dropped the futon next to my bed and drew a sigh of relief. She looked really satisfied for some reason. Yume?
何ですか？
She tilted her head a bit. What's with the futon? I stated the obvious question.
何って、今夜はここで寝ようと思って。
And why is that?
ほら、兄さんの熱がぶり返すかもしれないし、もしもの時、そばにいた方が楽でしょ？
Sure, that's your reason. Sure it is, Yume. Yeah, sure. No, really, I'm fine now. My fever's completely gone.
いや、風邪は治りかけが一番危険なんだから、無理しないの。
An interruption. I have food. I had a feeling that, well, I knew I was having food, but I didn't know how long it would take, but I knew that this recording would get interrupted at some point. Having said that, she started laying out the futon. I really don't think I can overlook myself while sleeping. Or work, I mean. Wait, isn't this just Yume saying she wants to sleep together with me?
何をじっと見て。
Nah, it's nothing.
なんかその反応、ムカつくな。
Hey, Yume.
何よ。
If you just want to sleep together with me, you should just say so.
何言ってるんですか？そんなわけないでしょ？私はただ兄さんの体の心配をしているだけで、別に一緒に寝たいとかそんなことありえないから。ありえない。
Alone with her stuttering, she also shook her head furiously. Well, I guess she isn't going to be honest about it yet, since we've only just started going out. Okay, I was teasing her a little bit. Maybe she wants me to tease her. Don't you worry about that. I checked earlier and my fever is completely gone. I took my medicine too and I'm going to sleep soon. There's nothing to worry about. Also, isn't it a bit cramped if you set your futon up in such a cramped space?
うるさい。私が兄さんのこと心配なんだからここで寝るの。文句ないでしょ？
Yume started blushing and hid her head in the futon.
早く電気消してよ。
I turned off the light and got into my bed. I could sense Yume next to me. Even without turning over to look, I could tell that she was looking in my direction. I might really like having this kind of relationship with Yume. She may not be honest about it on the outside, but our hearts are linked together. Good night, Yume. When I told her that, her shoulders twitched in surprise. Yeah, I think I'll have a nice dream tonight. Feeling a small smile pop up on my face, I slowly started falling asleep. It's morning again. Of course it is. But because I have food, I'm gonna call it an early recording, so it'll probably just be one part for this. But whatever. I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.